Hey guys, Chuck here, back with another Planetbase episode. Picking right up where I left off, except, well, right before I hit the record, I got a message about some people wanting to land for some medical help, and I accepted that. So it was a small group, and it's going to pay out in prestige rather than money, and that kind of interested me. Because prestige is sitting on 563. Welfare is. Somebody died of radiation. I hope it was one of the visitors and not one of our own people. I'd hate to be that callous, but I'd rather not lose any of my own population. If the people that came here, they were already hurt. They knew the risk, right? Anyway, an armed intruder. That's like really peachy. We lost 2 people, 4 people. Intruders have been killed. Well, darn it, we lost 5 people. Yeah, like I said, it seems that the game just decides, I'm going to take some of your people away. Now, I was thinking, of course, it's a little late now, but I started messing around on the ice planet just to try to test out some different starting zones in case I decide to start doing videos there too. And the only issue that you have on that planet is it doesn't start you with as much stuff. You don't have as many resources, but I tinker with the idea of basically putting the airlock, the oxygen generator, and then the next thing was the control center. And I thought, you know what, I could probably, if I build small in the first few buildings, get everything laid down, and then have the control center be the first thing that anybody comes into coming out of the airlock or out of the, oxygen thing. So that's just a thought. You have enough armed guards in there. By the time intruders start showing up, they might not get any farther. But here's the next best thing. I mean, it's right there. The problem is I can't switch the order of anything now because I can't, like, recycle at canteen. Uh, can't really break the base up with any of this stuff that's here right now. But I might do it that way on a future playthrough, like on the ice planet. Keep saying we're low on cargo space, and I'm hesitant to build another storage dome. All right, we made a little bit of money from the people that were here. And there's another one. Small group of injured people. I'll take that too. So probably not gonna go as long on this episode as I did the last one or two. But I wanted to see what kind of progress we can make in a short period since it it appears that at least we're keeping our welfare at a sensible level. Although it was up there in the good earlier, now it's back to decent. So I'm interested in seeing what kind of progress we can make and how many, if we'll be able to have a net gain on people, and without losing 4 or 5 every time the intruders come or a meteorite hits. But so I guess that just depends on how many engineers are manning the dome at any particular time. Because sometimes I click that and it's like, yeah, you got 84% chance of shooting anything down. Other times it's 60, sometimes it's 0. Huh. Made a little more money. I don't know. No, we need a trader with some bots. Because that's the only thing I got to spend the money on. You look here, we only got 1 milestone left, and that's the population one, and that's, I think, going to be the toughest one to hit. I think even if we had room to build, dude's got a carrier bot, we'll take that. All right. And there it is. I tell you, as soon as we got over 150 people, we get intruders. It's almost like clockwork. It's very predictable. So I really wish there was a way I could mix up these domes. But I can't really think of a way to do that. I mean, obviously I could dismantle that, but what does that leave me? I can't replace this without, you know... Yeah, I'd split the whole base up, but I can't do that, so... That's a little bit of hindsight now. I wish I could connect this to that, but I can't. I wonder if there's a way to connect those two. Like, I wonder if I put one of those pads down. And that would allow me to get rid of this connection here. But I don't know if that would work. Because I was thinking of basically having people have to go through here. I could put, you know, it doesn't have to be a pad. I could put anything else in the middle there, as long as it's not a dead end building. So I'm not sure what else we could do a small storage. It's just something to try, and I'm gonna make a save in case, you know, I want to go back and redo that. I'm just gonna do a small storage. And if I do that and that, then I should be able to get rid of this connection here. No, that doesn't really work. That and that. And then I should be able to get rid of that, and we still have everything connected, right? Let's see if that works. Well, let's speed things up. I'm just trying to be creative here. I'm not sure if the storage is really what I wanted in there. All right. I'm just seeing if that'll work, and you know, maybe I could, but it kept telling me we're low on storage. I mean, I could go back and put a different building in there. You know, something like a factory or something more productive. I keep saying we're low on storage, we're low on storage. Okay. I have a trader. What do we have? What does he have? Does he have any robots? No. I'm not interested. Oh, is that thing ready to be built? Oh, it's waiting on a bioplastic. And I could have bought some from the trader. Alright, when that gets built, I'll see if it'll let me dismantle this. I'm really hoping it will. No, it's waiting on a bioplastic, but I got 4. I'm liking that I'm seeing more carrier bots kind of running around in here doing stuff. I imagine that makes the colonist a little happy too on that. Alright. Now I can get rid of this connection. So, now any intruders have got to come through the security building first before they can go anywhere else. Let's see if that helps any. All right. Wonder if anything can be built like right in here. Look at this. It looks like there's room, but it won't let you do anything there. I don't quite understand why. Now we could probably build off of this airlock down here if I needed to put another bed in. But no, nothing's gonna work there either. So I guess maybe the airlock's only got one way off of them. Oh well. Still got room here for probably something else, I'm thinking. Yeah, okay, I could fit another bed in there. That means something else in that similar size would probably fit, like a factory. Nope, factory won't fit. So we are basically, we can add more beds, and that's about it. So a dorm, you know, I could do a cabin. That's about all I can. No, I could fit a dorm in here too. All right. So it's nice to know I can fit more beds, but I've been watching, and we're not really using all of them at any one time, so we might have enough. I didn't really go around and add them all up. And I don't know, we're still on my luck, maybe there's a way to look, and I'm just not aware of it. No robots. Not interested. Base management. Let me see if there's a way to look at that. Manufacturing limits. I think we can increase the limit on spares and semiconductors and guns. And probably medical supplies as well. I never really changed that from early in the game. Now tax, we know what we have there. Milestones, we know what we got there. Landing permissions. Yeah, just leave that alone. We don't really need any more medics or guards. Security controls, that's that. Charts. Power storage, yeah, we're O2, I guess we're good on all that. Well, stats. You know, I think they need to have one that tells you how many beds you have. That would be rather nice to see that. So we're up to 158. We've actually have a net gain of people. This storage is almost full. And the new one is getting there. So if every time I log on for a little while we have a net gain of people, then I think we'll at least get to where we need to get to at some point. I would like to be able to get there a little faster. And I don't know, other than, jeez, getting more bots, I think I could put more bot workshops in here. Maybe a couple bot auto repairs in there as well. Although we have auto repairs in other facilities, but got plenty of metal and not much else to build with it. Unless we want to build another one of these big things and get our prestige up higher. They take a lot of bioplastic. And we're not really producing, or what we are producing, we're using it pretty much right away. Like for the semiconductors and other things. Got another person. Armed intruder. Now let's see how this plays out. Now we lost somebody. But it looks like we killed all the intruders. And now there's another one. Alright, we killed 4 of them. We lost 1 person. I'm going to chalk that up to a better odds than the last time. And since the only place they can go is straight toward the security building. So I don't think I'll do another connection here and give them any other options. Well, so let me just go back here and check that again. So we're really kind of fluctuating a whole heck of a lot there. And I know that people have their basic needs are met. And we got 16 carrier bots, which I don't think is anywhere near enough. I can't seem to manufacture them any faster. So let's go around and check all the bot factories and what they're set up to be manufacturing. Okay, here's one. Well, he's making drillers. Let's have him make carriers. The same with that. As we get rid of a couple mines, we want more carrier bots. Now, the one down there, I'm pretty sure is making all carriers. But I'll double check just to make sure. So we got our metal processing going. Our bioplastic is not doing as much. So do we not grow enough starch? Well, let's check. Saw semiconductors there. Carrier, bot, carrier, carrier, and carrier. And the same with that. All right, we are building nothing but carrier bots. And that's what we want. We want to get a ton of those little buggers just carrying everything around, and the people get bored because they don't have anything to do. That's what I want. Maybe if they're bored, they'll get happier. Maybe they'll start making babies. I just wonder why they didn't add that into the game. Because they put it in Dawn of Man. It's the same developer. Well, we're up over 160. So we've had a bit of a net gain since I logged on. I'm going to take that as a plus. As long as this doesn't drop back down to poor. But I'd really like it to get back up to good again. And I don't know if it's just going to take a few more bots to do that trick. We got 15 drillers and we don't have like maybe 10 mines. And we're up to 15 carriers, but we had 18 at some point. So, I think we're in a no crisis happening. We seem to be in a decent spot. We're running out of room to build. And now it's telling me we're low on storage space again, but I'm not going to build another darn dome. They can use what we got. No. Yeah, we lost 4 more bots. That figures. You know, bots were at 38 a while ago, and we're down to 29. So I need some traders. I'm not complaining that we're getting people coming in now. But I need a trader. I need to buy some more bots because we're losing them faster than we can manufacture them. And look at that metal. We need to get a trader so we can sell some metal. And what did I say? We got one. And what does he have? He's got bots, and we have a lot of metal we can sell. So I'm going to take both of those bots, and I got some money. I'll just use the money. Of course, if I sell some of the metal. I'll free up some storage space. So let's do that too. Alright. Maybe if I'd have just used money, the people wouldn't have to bring stuff out here. That occurred to me after the fact. No, I thought I had like 15 carrier bots, so why I got all these people bringing this stuff out here? There's a bot. There's another bot. Man, I should have maybe just spent money. Because these people are constantly just bringing stuff. Alright, we got our 2 bots. Got our population at 163. We've made some more money from visitors. And we just lost another bot to damage. Well, another trader. I don't think he's got anything I want, really. No point in trading for that money. I'll just dismiss him. And we're gonna... Yeah, I think we're gonna call it a day for right now. 'Cause I have to get up early. Of course, you know, we seem to be making some progress. I'd like to sit on here for a while longer, but we're going to call it a day. So if you got anything out of this video, a little bit of enjoyment, amusement, whatever, just leave me a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you the next time.